Hi, welcome to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends, and I'm Dee, and welcome for actually, this is my 2 year anniversary that I've been doing this show. I am so happy. I can't believe 2 years have already gone by, and I've been sharing my passion with you all, and it's just I hope you're enjoying it. And we have so much more to come, and for the next year or 2 years, who knows how long we're going to be doing it. And well, my passion is all about sharing and helping people gain the knowledge and education for them to just have a better life. So getting back to basics and just have the best happy life that you can have. So I have my friends here, and I'm so excited, and we're going to have a wonderful show again. And I want to say hi to my friend Diane.
Hi, Dee.
Diane.
Hi, Dee. How you doing?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here with me to share my anniversary and my
Happy
time
anniversary.
here. Thank you so much. And well, we can share your passion for life. And what's your passion?
My passion is photography. I'm also an actor, and I love people. I love helping people. I'm into humanity, and I'm a lover of animals. But today I'm so happy. I wanted to announce that with my acting, October 8th, I'm going to be making my first appearance on Murdered by the Mob.
Oh, cool.
So
Excellent. Okay.
I'm excited about that.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we were hanging out this weekend, hanging out with some of the friends of hers and friends of mine and new friends and old friends, and it's just really cool.
Well, that's exciting.
You're following your
Yes.
passion. That's what it's all about, and then sharing it and helping to inspire somebody and empower somebody to say yes, you can do it.
Right.
You know, so it's important that we can inspire. Now I have a new friend that I actually met a couple of months ago, and she just inspired me because she's doing some of the things that I want to do. So I'm so happy that you're here to share your journey at this point. And hi, Linda, how you doing?
Hi, Dee. How are you?
Oh.
I'm so excited to be here today.
I'm so excited because you have so much to share, and it's just your journey has just been amazing. And when I first met you, I knew I'm going to say this. Shit happens.
Oh.
And we'll explain that in a few minutes.
We definitely will.
But since you're here, first time, we always share, what is your passion for life?
Well, my passion for life right now is really empowering others to be prepared for the disasters that we inevitably face in life.
Right.
And whether they be personal disasters or natural disasters, the better prepared we are for those disasters, the more likely we will get through them with the least amount of pain and chaos. We have a lot better choices available to us. And a lot of times the things that hurt us the most are the things we're missing in our disaster plan.
Yes.
So my special gift, and the thing I'm truly passionate about, is uncovering the pieces that are missing in somebody's disaster plan.
Wow, that's so cool. Because you're kind of touching what I want to do. So you're inspiring. You're so inspiring. That's what the show is all about, to inspire people to have the best life. You know, so how did you get involved with that, you know?
Well, actually, what's really cool about what I'm doing, and it really is something that is in my heart, because it's a legacy and a tribute to probably the most amazing person I've ever known in my life, and I was blessed to call him my father.
Oh, okay.
About 25 years ago, when he was 70,
Really?
he saw so many of his friends losing a spouse,
Yeah.
and they were thrown into total chaos when that happened, beyond the emotional trauma of losing somebody that you were married to for 50 or 60 years.
Right.
The wife didn't know how to write a check. The husband had never run the washing machine.
Right.
You know, there were a lot of basic things that
Yes.
they just didn't know how to do.
Yeah.
Now, my father was an engineer, and he was always solution oriented.
Really?
So he said, okay, and he, at 70, wrote a book that was a home operations manual.
Oh, my goodness.
That literally tells you, if the toilet's overflowing, do this, this, and this, and then call the plumber. This is how you write a check. These are all the documents you need to put together. These are a list of phone numbers that are important. you know, he put it all together in a home
Wow.
operations
Wow.
manual.
That's so cool.
But he was an engineer. It looked like something an engineer put together. He wrote it like an engineer, which was like very dry, and he didn't have a clue how to market it.
Yeah.
So basically, 2 years ago, actually, in August, I had gone to a seminar in Manhattan with two amazing people that were the speakers. And one was Kevin Harrington, who was one of the original sharks on Shark Tank.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
he owns the brand as seen on TV.
Oh, my.
And the other speaker was Laurel Langmeyer, who is the Millionaire Maker.
Okay.
And people were asking Kevin how he chooses from like 50,000 products that are presented to him every
Right,
year
right.
to pick the 10 or 20 that he brings to the marketplace.
Yeah.
And he basically said that if something fills a need, he feels compelled to bring it to the market.
Right.
And it was almost like the light bulb went on over my head. And I was like, my father's thing.
Yeah.
And so now my father is going to be gone now. It'll be 4 years this month.
Oh, okay.
Actually, his 4-year anniversary is going to be on the 6th of September.
Really?
That he's gone at the age of 90.
Wow. Well, he lived a good life.
He lived a
That's
very
a good
long,
thing.
happy,
Yeah,
healthy
yeah,
life.
Yeah.
I mean, he was still driving. He was trading
That's
stocks every
a
day.
blessing.
He was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
a very vibrant
Right. You
90.
can't be sad about that.
But that I was compelled now to bring
Yes.
his
Oh, that's so
thing
wonderful.
to life. And of course, I almost died laughing when I read the section in his book on electronics because it was all about programming your VCR and your answering machine. And so obviously,
in the day,
a
you
lot
had
of
to-
those
you
things
had
need
to-
to be updated. So
Oh,
that
no.
part of what I'm
Yeah.
doing is that should be actually coming out very shortly.
That's so cool.
So that's really where this all came from.
right.
And I've been really on this amazing journey for this last 2 years.
Right.
And basically, I mean, 2 years ago it was just an idea, and now I have a whole business that I'm building around
yeah.
it.
So-
it's very exciting.
Okay, so can we, I don't know, what should we start back from where you started? What's your name first? Your full name.
Okay. Oh, I'm Linda Foster, and
Okay.
I'm the crisis planner.
Okay, excellent. So now you were into pharmaceutical sales or something back in the day?
I've been a people person my whole life.
Uh-huh.
So my whole working career has been involved in sales. First grocery sales and then pharmaceutical sales.
Okay.
They invited me to retire when I turned 60. So-
Really?
and that was now almost 5 years.
Okay, cool.
So I had a plan B,
yeah.
but now this is like plan C that is really taking off.
Wow.
So it's been an exciting journey, and you know, I know that what I am doing is really helping people
No, definitely.
because I serve people best by guiding them through this labyrinth of all the different aspects of planning. Because it's more than just the legal stuff and the
Yeah,
insurance
right,
stuff and
yeah.
the finance. There's so many little things, and every day I learn something new.
Yeah.
And being able to share those little things.
Now, do you go to people's
exactly.
homes or do you do lectures? How do you?
I actually have a book that I wrote.
Right.
And that was really, that kind of jump-started everything, and it was kind of a little shocking because
So so your first book, and you have to tell what the name is, because the whole name. And I know when I first met you, I was like, wow, and actually I won the basket. I didn't win it. Somebody else won it, and they gave it to me. So I was like, oh, thank you. And I really did want to win that. So I was happy that even though my ticket didn't win, someone gave me your basket. There you go. Because they had won twice. So they were like, oh, here, take this. I was like, thank you.
there you go.
So when I met you, I was like, yeah, this is a person that I really want to meet, and I really want to get to know. So you were my friend from day one. Really, truly. So now, what's the name of your book?
Well, the name of my book is called Shit Happens.
Yes.
And it's creating your plan to survive and thrive life's personal and natural disasters.
Right.
So it's really almost a reference tool.
Right.
Because it's set up, the chapters are set up, first we present what the disaster is, and then we present solutions and how to
Okay.
prepare
So-
for it so that you can get through it with
Right.
the least amount of pain possible.
Exactly.
I chose the title specifically because I wanted to shake people up And, you know, it's really funny because this weekend we are looking at a tropical storm coming up the coast right now.
Right.
And, you know, 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
on October 29th,
Mm-hmm.
everybody remembers Superstorm Sandy.
Right, exactly.
And nobody anticipated
Mm-hmm.
or believed how bad it was
Yes,
going to be.
yes,
I mean, I have friends that are still trying to recover. Their homes were so decimated.
yes, yes.
And after Sandy, everybody said, I have to get my shit together.
Exactly.
You know?
Truly, truly. Exactly.
Isn't that what they said?
Yeah,
And
without
here
a
we are
doubt.
4 years later, and now we have another storm coming up the coast. And I would almost be willing to bet that 95% of the people have
No.
not gotten their stuff
Yeah,
together.
because you know what? People forget. They have short-sighted and they forget.
And,
You know?
and there's that subtle difference between what's important and what's urgent.
Exactly.
Urgent always gets taken care of. Urgent is the leak in the
This
roof.
is true, yeah.
And you call the guy and you say, I got a leak in my roof, and he goes, $1,800, and you go, "Ah!" But you got to do it because the water's coming in, and you pay the price, right?
Right, exactly.
So now, but what's important is if you've had one leak in the roof, you're probably going to have another one in the not too
Yes,
distant
yes.
future. You really need to replace the roof.
Yes.
So important needs to be budgeted for and planned.
Yes.
And planning is one of those important tasks that we all defer. We push it down the pike. I can take care of the legal stuff later. I can take care of the insurance stuff later. And sometimes you don't have later.
Yeah, it's true.
And
it's very true.
Suddenly you're in the middle of a crisis, and literally your options are limited, and suddenly you can't get that extra insurance that you wanted because now you're sick.
Yeah.
Or you can't get a life insurance
Right,
policy.
right,
You can't get a disability policy.
Yeah.
You can't get long-term care insurance, which you had planned on having.
Yeah.
And yet, if you had done it when you thought about it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
would have been okay.
Yeah.
So by planning ahead and having a plan, because there's really like 8 different components of planning. And some of them are really easy.
Yeah.
Some of them are things that, when people say, you need to make a list of all your passwords and logins and all the, the URLs. I just had a situation with a young man who was 35 and his wife passed away very unexpectedly.
Yeah.
She handled all of the finances
Yeah.
for the household. She did everything online. He didn't even have the password to the computer. He didn't know what bank they used. And because they got all their bills online, he didn't know what bills needed to be paid.
Right,
And all he
right.
could do was sit in front of me and cry.
Oh my goodness, that's so sad.
Because that is what not planning
Right. Yeah.
results in.
So were you always organized like this, or?
Well, my father always, he was like Mr. Planner. I mean, every vacation was like an expedition.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to drive 250 miles, and we're going to camp here, and we're going to do this, and so that's in my blood. The
Yeah,
planning part is in my
yeah.
blood. And then also, I have a husband who has some disabilities.
Challenges, yeah.
He's been a diabetic for over
Okay.
20 years, and the two of us loved scuba diving. So when we went on diving trips, I had to anticipate, okay, I had to always bring food with us in case he had a low sugar episode.
Right.
We had to have antibiotics with us in case he got cut on something because
Right,
I wanted
right.
to make sure he didn't end up with an
Right,
infection.
right.
So I always planned
Right,
very
right,
extensively.
right.
And it's genetic, I think. I got it from my dad, so it's like one of those things. But so planning to me is almost intuitive.
Right.
Like we've got Hermione coming up the coast. I'm calling her
Right.
Hermione instead of
I thought
Hermione Dingle. Like Hermione, I think they're calling it, but it reminds me. I said in New York, it's Hermione. I don't know.
What is it, Hermine?
It's Hermione,
Hermione.
but it's spelled the same way as Hermione. Which reminds. So I said, okay. In Florida, it's Hermione, and in New York, we got the Yiddish version, Hermione. Whatever. So anyway, but the storm is coming.
Right.
Now, tomorrow, I'm filling my gas tank.
Right.
I'm getting a can of gas from my generator. I'm
Right.
testing my generator. I'm
Right.
packing up all my outdoor furniture, which maybe I'm doing it a week before I would normally do it.
Right, right,
But I'm
right.
going to make
That makes
sure that
sense,
everything
yeah.
is tied down,
Yeah.
put away,
Wow, yeah.
taken care of, because your priorities before a disaster is to secure property, people, and pets,
Right.
to make sure that you know how to get hold of your important documents, your insurance documents, and all those things, put all those things together, bring together your disaster kit so that you're ready for,
To evacuate.
you
Have to
know,
evacuate.
if you have to evacuate, you
Right.
have a disaster kit put
Right,
together. But if
right.
you're staying in place,
Right.
you know, flashlights, batteries,
Right.
a radio that
Right,
works on
right,
batteries,
right.
your cell phones,
Exactly.
have them charged.
Yes, yes.
Because, I mean, can you imagine ending up in, you know, in a shelter with your, you know, and you had to evacuate, like they evacuated Fort McMurray.
Right.
What was that, 80,000 people they
Right.
evacuated in a matter of hours because there was a fire coming and the whole
Mm-hmm.
city was going to burn. Would you like to be the person that ended up in the shelter with a pair of stiletto heels and a teddy? Okay, you might be able to make some money, but you're not going to, you know, that's not what you needed.
No, no.
I
And you're
usually-
right.
Yeah, and I have 2 dogs, so I usually pack the dog food, and people in the supermarket, they're running milk, they fill up the refrigerator with all this frozen food, and if we lose electricity, they're going to have to throw it out. So I get like protein bars, I get almond butter, I get things that if we do lose our lights, I have
Well,
something
and my
that-
husband is on
electricity.
dialysis
Right.
now.
Oh, gosh.
So, you know, if for some reason that a dialysis center is not open
Yeah.
when he needs
Yeah,
dialysis,
yeah.
they have a special dialysis diet. They actually, Medicare provides a list of things that you should put together in your emergency kit for dialysis patients.
Really?
And it's a meal plan
That's
that'll get them
important,
through
yeah.
like 5
Right.
days
Right.
with no dialysis.
So that they don't, oh, really?
So that
they
they
don't
can-
have those toxins building
so
up
they
in
don't,
it.
you know,
Right,
they
yeah.
can minimize the
Right,
toxins.
right.
So, you know, everybody's got special things that they have to
Yeah,
address.
yeah.
And, you know, there's certain things you can put together in your disaster kit that you can keep together in a disaster kit all the time. And then there's a list of things that you may only have one of, like your cell phone and your cell phone charger and your computer and all, you know, those things. And you make a list of those things, your medications. You make a list of those things, put it on top of the box, and you check those off before you leave to make sure you have those essentials.
Right.
You know, because that is so important
It
that you
is.
have the things that you absolutely need. And if they tell you to evacuate, I think many people learned their lesson the hard way when we had Superstorm Sandy.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have a friend, I had 2 friends that lived on the water in Massapequa, and one family evacuated, the other family decided they were going to
Ride
stay
it
in
out,
place.
yeah.
Okay, they're on a canal, you
Yeah.
know, they're telling you there's a storm surge, but they're going to ride it out.
Oh, my gosh.
And the husband, wife, and 2 children, and they told them, when the flooding starts, we can't come and
can't
get
do-
you.
yeah,
You're
we
going
can't-
to you're going
yeah.
to be there.
Yeah.
And literally in the middle of the storm, the house across the street blew up, and the house next door burned to the ground.
Oh, my
and there was nothing that they could
Where
do.
was
They
this
were
in?
huddled in the second floor of the house. The whole
Wow.
the whole
Oh, my
first floor is
gosh.
flooded. They said never again. You know, if they tell them
That's
to evacuate,
so
they're
scary.
going.
Yeah.
But why would you risk
Oh, my
yourself?
gosh. And your children.
I mean, if the husband wants to be an idiot, let him stay. You go and take the kids somewhere, you know.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly. Oh, my
So
gosh.
the house blew up from a circuit.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
'cause the
if you
water
live
starts
in
coming
that,
up.
Wow.
You know, the thing
Yeah.
that caused all the massive fire in Breezy Point was the pilot lights got flooded.
Yeah.
Gas built up. All
Yeah.
it took was one
Yeah,
spark, and
exactly.
it started a fire. It burned, what, 80 or 100
Yeah,
homes. on
exactly.
Breezy
Remember the
Point.
lines of the gas for Sandy that you couldn't, was that right before, right? You couldn't even get gas. People were lined up.
Oh,
for-
yeah.
Well, and after
because
was horrible.
we had no electricity
Right.
to pump the gas.
Yeah.
Right.
the
So,
lines.
you know, what's happening. I know with myself, I had a grandmother who was 101. Or she was 101 at that point. And she had lost her power. My mother-in-law lost her power. And we weren't prepared. And they had no telephone. No, everybody has the cordless phones.
Well, you
So
have, to have
a
at
landline.
least one with a landline.
Okay, and I had to actually, I ran over to, there's a place in Queens called Rochdale. They have their own generator. So they were the only ones that had electricity because they had a generator. So I ran over to there, and I was able to go and get, like a landline for my family members, so that they would have communication. And then we got blocks of ice, and put it in the refrigerator. So it was like dry ice, and put it in the refrigerator so that they had
that the food would stay fresh.
Yeah.
So
So
one
there's
of my
things and
little
ways to
tricks
do.
that
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
do in anticipation of the storm, because we all have bottles and jugs sitting around. I fill like 2-liter bottles with water and
Makes
freeze
sense.
them
Yeah, right.
in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
They serve two purposes. They will
Yes.
keep your frozen food
Right,
frozen for a longer
exactly.
period
Yes,
of time,
yeah.
but it's also a fresh water source. If
That's
you
very
need, if you
true.
need fresh water as it
Right,
defrosts, you can
right.
drink it.
Yeah.
So, because there's some places where they have wells that run on power, on electricity.
Exactly.
I mean, when my in-laws had the hurricanes down in Florida, the power would go out. They had no water.
Right, right.
You know,
Well, the problem is also with all the electronic ignitions for the gas stoves and what have you. So how do you do that? How
your barbecue grill is your best friend. You can boil water. You can do all kinds of things on that.
But then what if you don't have the barbecue grill? And then a lot of places, like in Florida, you don't even have a gas grill, or a gas stove. You have electric because a
everything's
lot.
electric.
Yeah, exactly. So you really have to prepare for all that
Oh,
just in
yes, you
case.
do.
And that's
So
why
you're
I
right.
do the almond butter and the protein, things that you don't have to, keep in there.
But then the
That's
food,
emergency.
if you don't
Well-
have, you want to be able to cook some of the food.
Right.
Well, even
Like,
some of the
yeah.
little tricks, like, after Sandy, the power was out. We were fortunate on my block. Our power was only out for 3 days. I mean, one street over, they had no power for almost 4 weeks. It was
Right,
awful.
right.
But I have a generator,
Yeah.
but people don't understand. You don't have to run the generator
All the
24
time.
hours
right.
a day.
Exactly.
And because people were running through their gas can every day and then standing on that line for hours, it just didn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, you can run your generator 3 times a day for 2 hours,
Right.
and hook your freezer and refrigerator up
Right.
to it, hook your VCR or your DVD
Yeah,
player
right,
and your
right.
TV up to it, so
Right,
you can
right.
actually watch a movie,
Right.
charge your phones,
Right,
But if you do that 3 times a day, everything in the freezer stays frozen.
That's true.
Leave it, as long as you're
That's
not opening
true.
it
right.
up 20,000 times.
Exactly. You have to be very conservative with doing it. Yeah,
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I
So
have
there's-
my large lantern. Do you have a
Yes.
lantern?
The big
I
lantern?
I learned my lesson. My lantern.
I am not as prepared as most people should be. I'm one of those
Okay,
people.
well, I'm going to empower you to become prepared. And tomorrow she's going to hit Home Depot and she's going to.
I do have a landline, though. I do have a landline.
Okay, well, that's good.
And
Don't wait till Sunday night.
No. Well, it was funny because before Hurricane Sandy came in, I was out. I was away, and so when I came back, I think I came back right before. Actually, I was supposed to stay in Florida over like that weekend or that day or whatever. And one of the it was a flight attendant I was traveling with. And what happened was, it was funny because when they said, you need to leave now. So I was in Florida and they said, you need to go home today. Do not go to your friend's house. Just leave, because I had just done a cruise. And I left, and we came back before it hit, and it was interesting. But you know what? We're going to take a real quick commercial break.
Okay.
I mean, let's not say commercial. A break. We'll be right back. See you in a minute.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Ou aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this. You'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue Tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hog's hair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin. Galaxy Luxury.
Hi, welcome back to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. And you just missed a whole lot of conversation, but we're going to talk some more about it, and we're just having such a good time because we need to know. And if you all need to write down some of this stuff, maybe you need to get a little piece of paper and a pen and write it down because this is good information, you know. So we were talking to Diane and saying how Diane is really, they're saying how you.
Diane, you really, now, you are really prepared for what could possibly happen this weekend.
Right.
You're
I
already,
wasn't in the past, but I learned.
You learned. And And what motivates you to be prepared? Do you feel safer? Do you feel
I feel
calmer?
much safer and much calmer. And I get ready like a week before or for, like I'll be ready tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be all ready. And I have my 2 dogs, and I want to make sure they have their food and they're safe and I'm safe. But I used to be very fearful of the storms, and I calmed down a lot from that. You know, when you feel prepared, I think when you're prepared, it
it's
makes
empowering.
you, it makes you
it
feel
is,
better.
it is, yeah.
You know, it's instead of being a victim, you could be a victor.
Yeah, yeah, that's
when
true.
you face the storm. You know, it's like, okay, you know, because really, there's that whole preparation in advance, which you're securing your property, people, and pets. Then it's during the storm, wherever it is that you are, weathering it. If you're evacuated, obviously
I would definitely
you're,
evacuate
with
if I
friends,
was
family,
asked.
or an evacuation center, or if you're in home. Just staying safe. Don't stand out there in the middle of the storm and look, look at the sky
Yeah.
and get hit with something because you don't know what's going to be flying around out there. So, keep yourself safe, keep your, children and pets in a safe place, keep everybody calm and happy, and laugh. I think laughter is probably the most important thing of getting through any
Yes,
kind of a
yes,
situation,
yes.
is even in the most horrible situation, there are things that you can find to break that fear.
And what I think it is too, one of my dogs is very fearful when it rains and if it storms, so he shakes. And I think by calming him down, it calms me down because I know I can't be nervous because it's going to make him nervous. So I calm him and he gets more calm. And even like if you have children, you have to like,
Yeah, you have
you
to,
have to
Well,
calm.
a classic
definitely.
case is my sister has a tendency to be seasick, and we were on a boat from Naples to Capri or something. It was, and it was supposed to be a jet boat, but it had engine trouble, so it didn't exactly go over the water. It was doing one of these,
I've done that. Oh, God.
And, the first person that went up and grabbed a bag started a cascade of, like it was a thundering herd to the front to grab it. And my sister, whose 2 children were with us, she was like, okay, I have to keep my children calm and keep them. So she didn't get sick because she was so preoccupied with taking care of them. And it's the same thing with
No,
you
it's true.
and taking care of your dog,
It's
because
true.
by calming down
Them
other
down,
people
right.
and making sure that everybody else is okay, somehow you get through it, and afterwards you can fall apart.
Exactly. You're like, oh my gosh, I went through that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
But,
It's true.
so during the storm, it's really about keeping everybody safe and secure and making sure that, everybody is comfortable as possible. And then after, it's really about patience, and it's about, going through the steps that you have to go through to get things back to normal, recognizing that, you have to be grateful for, all the good that's still there. I mean, you may lose your home, you may lose things. I mean, I had a friend in Baton Rouge just 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
woke up at 4 in the morning with 5 feet of water in her house and literally climbed out the window, and that's all she had was the clothes on her back.
Oh my goodness.
She lost everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And, but her sense of humor and
Yeah,
dealing
and that's
with
what
that
you really need to
right,
have.
is really
yeah.
helped. And she's so
Exactly.
grateful that she's
Yeah.
still alive and
Yeah.
that, okay, she's able to pick
Yeah,
it up
yeah.
and move forward.
Yeah.
So that gratitude
Yes,
and
and
that
the grace of
and
just, yeah.
just
Mhm.
patience, gratitude, and then laughter are the
Yes,
ways you
yes.
get through the
Yeah,
aftermath of
yeah,
anything.
Yeah.
Because, you all see those pictures on TV of, a tornado goes through and wipes out the whole town, and you're like, how do you pick up after that?
Yeah.
And you want to know something? We are resilient.
Yes, we are. That's
And
what
we
I believe in
can
that.
recover.
Yeah.
And it's really about your mindset.
Mhm.
Right.
If if you can stay in that place of being grateful for having made it through the other side of whatever the disaster is, and we're talking a little bit about storms today, but disasters have many faces.
Right.
The
I was going to ask you
earthquakes,
about that
the
too,
I mean,
because I know that
you know-
you talk about a lot of different things in
Right.
terms of disasters, just relationships.
Divorce,
Right.
illness,
Mhm.
death,
Mm-hmm.
the stupid things that go wrong in the house. Your hot water heater blows
Yeah.
up and floods everything,
Right.
or a pipe bursts and you end up with a
Right.
disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, a fire. I mean,
Right, exactly.
people get through these things
Right.
because you have to. It's really,
Yes.
it's part of life's journey.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
the things that go wrong are the things that make you appreciate the things that go right.
Exactly.
And even though I'm a disaster planner and a crisis planner, I'm not planning to have those things happen, but it's not a matter of if bad things are going to
It's
happen,
gonna
it's when they're going to
Yeah,
happen.
Exactly.
I mean, how many of us have been caregivers? I know you've
Right.
shared
Yeah,
your story
yeah.
of
I
being a
have too.
caregiver.
Yeah.
And
And I
we're-
have my
and
We're
mom.
Dee,
actually
you know,
all,
and-
yeah.
You know, so things happen in life,
Mm-hmm.
but those are the things that make the journey interesting.
Yes.
Those are the things that allow you to appreciate the good things that
Yes,
happen.
exactly.
And so, you know, in all of my books, you know, and I have 2 books. We talked about Shit Happens, but this is the
Yes.
other one. This is
Right.
called And Now What? And this is really a life planner.
Mhm.
It's a place to start getting all your things together.
Right.
I mean, most of us have our documents scattered all over. Okay, my insurance documents are over here, and this is over
I
there.
just,
and,
yes.
you know, if you had to grab them in a moment's notice, could you?
Mm.
I could. These.
You
I don't
you
wanna
could
talk about
because
it.
you're prepared, right? But the majority of people don't. And
Yeah.
what's really scary, as our parents have aged, a lot of them are reluctant to communicate with us. They don't want to share information.
Mhm.
They don't want
Yeah,
to talk
sometimes,
about
yeah.
death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so how do we get them to prepare so that we can get through their loss?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, my grandmother, I have to say, she was amazing. She was at probably about 90. She showed me where everything was. She gave me access to her all her banking information. Put me on her
have to do those
safety box and showed me how to do it, where I can get the keys, everything from here to there, you know.
Mhm.
And when she passed away, all I had to do was go over there, and she had it all planned. She had her funeral planned, and all I had to do was make the phone call. She told me who to call. I was like, yay, because it was like all on me. So
She knew what to do.
Yes.
And
yes,
a lot
she
of
was
people don't know where to
amazing.
start.
Yes,
That's the scary
yes,
part.
yes.
This can actually help you find the way to start, because what this does is it goes through in a very logical way
Mm-hmm.
all the information that you need to put together. You write it all down in one place. It gives you a place to put account numbers, contact names, all that stuff. It gives you even some budgeting things, because you know, a married couple, when one spouse passes away, they need to know what the income's going to be so that they can figure out, can I stay in my house?
Yeah,
Or are they going to panic?
right, right.
So that's in here. And then there's a list of documents that they should put together with this book. So even if they don't want to share information with their children, because maybe one child is estranged from the family, or there's a difficulty,
right,
they may not want to share it. But all
Right.
they have to do is they fill out this book,
right.
they put everything else together with it,
That's so
they tell the
cool.
family where to find that information when the
Yeah.
time comes,
Right, right, right.
and everything is right there.
Exactly.
And
That's
then
amazing.
the next part of the book actually deals with what to do and the order in which to do it when somebody does pass away,
Wow,
and what not to do.
Right.
Because there's certain things that you shouldn't
Yeah,
do, and
right.
you know, and if you've never gone through that experience, you have no clue
Mhm.
of what, you know, and you just it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what do I
Yeah.
do now? And
Yeah.
how do I do? You know,
Yeah.
how do I do? And they think you have to do everything right away, and
No.
there's a lot of stuff that can wait.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the final part of this book really addresses the healing part.
Yeah.
And probably the thing you know, that
Is that
really,
in the book that you wrote, or is that in the
Yeah,
manual?
this-
In the
this
book?
in this
the
one,
manual,
and,
and then
you
the
know,
book.
Yeah.
But the thing that actually is truly the reflection of who I am is on the last page of this book. And it's really about who you are is not defined by whose child you were or who you were married to. You have special, unique gifts to discover and share with the world. So when you ask yourself, and now what, you might just be surprised at the answer.
Oh, wow.
And that
That's so
really is a
cool.
reflection
Yeah,
of
yeah.
my
Right.
philosophy
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
on life, because
Yeah.
we can all get bogged down with the negative things. And there, believe me, there's enough negative out
Right.
there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But if you can keep yourself in a very positive
Mm-hmm.
light, be grateful for the beauty of the day. I mean, today was a magnificent day. And I know when I took my dog out for a walk this morning, it was like, what a gorgeous day.
Yeah,
You know, and okay, there may be a storm in 2
Yeah,
days, and
yeah,
the whole thing can change, you know, on a dime, and life can change
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
dime.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, the better prepared you are for whatever life is going to give you, the better chance you have of coming through it in a very good light.
And
Yeah.
balancing everything is
Yeah.
very important.
Very important.
balance.
So,
Well, living happy
Happy. Balance.
and living to your with your grace and your gratitude, because if you go with that negative, you know, and turning those negatives into lessons and turning them into positives, and that's where I'm at this point. And I think a lot of people are learning this as we get older, and even young people. I'm being exposed to so many young people, and they're living these lessons now, and they're not. I found before there was a lot of me, but now they're like, they realize that it can't be me only. They have to really be sharing and helping and caring, because if otherwise you're not going to be able to really survive.
exactly.
So,
It really is about giving
yeah,
back.
yeah,
right.
you have to.
You know, and what is so amazing is the more you give,
Yes.
the more it comes back to you in
Yes.
unexpected
Yes,
ways.
yes.
I mean, one of the unexpected ways was meeting you and
yes,
being here
yes.
today. This is an
Yes,
unexpected
yes,
gift.
yes,
And
yes.
I'm so grateful for this
Yes,
opportunity
yes,
to be
yeah.
able to share, you know, what I
What you
truly
do, yes,
passionate
you're
about.
extremely passionate. And when I first met you, I just knew we had to connect, because I want to write my books, and
There you
because
go.
I'm a caregiver. I've been a caregiver, and I think that us being caregivers, we just have to help people. That's what we do. We have to share our information. We can't keep it to ourselves, you know, because if you keep it to yourself, you know, where's it going? You know, you have to be able to share and help people grow.
And that's part of the legacy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we leave
Yeah,
behind, is
yeah.
all the good things that we
Yeah,
do
exactly.
for others.
And I'm into humanity too, and through my acting too. I'm writing a screenplay, but I want to touch someone's life, and even sitting at the show, we could just reach out and change one person's life. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's about inspiring
People.
Empowering. You know, you
Absolutely.
have to empower, you know, and empowering one person at a time or a whole lot of people.
Exactly.
But touch someone. And I like to be happy and enjoy.
Me too.
And, you know, it's like, it was funny because when I was younger, I loved to dance. And I didn't realize that this is who I have always been. My friends are like, you have not changed. You know? Because I've always been who I've been a little shy, I've been a little insecure, I've been all that, okay? But I always was happy child and a happy person, and I always liked to meet people. Even I remember one time I had some kind of, I think I had the mumps or the measles or something, and somebody came in and I started talking to him, and half the time he couldn't understand because I had buck teeth and I couldn't talk too good. And so I'm talking to this guy, and I guess I shook his hand, and then I got a rash or something, and my mom's like, why'd you touch him? I don't even think it was because of that. I get rashes. I used to get eczema and all that kind of stuff. But I always was one of those people that embraced other people. You know, I always talked. And I do this I've done this all my life. Not really. Everybody always approached me and asked me where to go here, how to do this, you know, because I was approachable. So
Well-
this is who I have been and who I've always
you
been.
actually connect with people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what's happening in the world today is people are really, they think they're connected to everybody because they're texting everybody a million times a day, but they're really not connected.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
communication is so much more.
Yeah.
It's really that eye contact, the body language.
Yes.
You know, how many times have you received a text from somebody and it's like, boy, what did they mean by that?
I know.
You know?
I know. I'm like,
Should I feel hurt about that, or was it just,
yeah.
especially us sensitive people.
I know, truly. Oh my gosh. But that's why, a lot of times people will text, and I'm like, "Ugh, can you just call me, please? I don't really want to text. Just give me a call and let's talk. Because you can misinterpret what you're saying.
Exactly.
So it's like, let's have a conversation and let's just go forward. Let's get this over with, because you're going back and forth. You don't want to talk. That's crazy.
I know.
I just don't want to even deal with that. So I love life. And dancing, that was another thing. I had stopped dancing after a certain age. When I go away, I go a little dancing and here and there. But I love dancing. Why did I stop? Because we grew up,
No,
or have you?
you should not.
But now I'm back doing what
You're
things
bringing
that
your-
I
well,
really
you're bringing
do.
your inner self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually is a perfect reflection of one of my favorite quotes.
Really?
And that is, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. And that's a George Bernard Shaw quote.
I love that.
And
Yes.
it's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I want to be that old lady with the purple hair and the crazy hat and, and a parasol walking down the beach.
No, true. It's true.
Come on. You got to have fun.
Exactly. And you know what? I look at my grandma who lived to 101 and who walked with a straight back, never hunched over. She could just do anything she wanted to do, except for, like, sometimes she'd get a little imbalanced and then she fell and broke her hip. I'm like, Grandma, where was your walker? And she's like, looked at me like, oh, shucks, I guess I should have had it.
Vanity. Right.
No, she just forgot. She would forget. But the thing was, she was so strong, and because she kept on. She was reading her book, she was doing, and she would go to church. She was active with everything. She just kept on. And she just lived, and she enjoyed. And she traveled all over the place. Last time I was like, okay, Grandma, you're going to get better, and we're going to go to Greece, because that was the only place she had never been. And she was like, okay. She was ready to go. She lived life, and I think that's where I got it from. She lived life to the fullest and enjoyed
Joy to
it.
be.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Joy of
Really.
I wrote something on Facebook the other day. It said, dance every day, anywhere, with the beat of your heart. The music, just go with the flow.
You have to.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't like let sweat the small stuff.
Exactly.
It's like, oh my gosh, get over it. Let's go and move on. If you get mad at me, okay, get mad at me. Let's tell me about it, and let's just move on. If you want to stay my friend, fine. If you don't, it's okay too. Oh, well, you'll miss me.
You miss me when I'm gone.
It's like whatever. But hey, it's not that bad. Let's talk about it. Let's make it happen. If it's worth making that relationship stay, let's make it stay. And if it's not, then sorry. I guess it wasn't really supposed to be. So, hey, let's live, enjoy. I can't be mean and can't be sorry and can't be sad, because even though I lost my mom, I went out dancing like the next day or 2 days later,
And you
because
were
I
there
went.
for her through the
I
whole
was
thing.
there. I was not guilty about it. I felt good. I know I did the best I could. So I don't have anything to feel bad about.
There you go.
So live life. She lived. She enjoyed her life. She was married 5 times.
Was she really? Whoa.
She's like, if it didn't work, I'm out. I'm done. And she went through a lot. But you know what? She lived life to her fullest. And that's how you're
And
supposed
that's
to
really
do.
what we all have
Yes.
to do.
And be prepared and be ready and take
so
care.
now I'm going to hold
Oh,
your
my.
feet to the fire. What are you going to do to be better prepared for?
I'm gonna
what
read
could
your
be
book,
happening?
first of all.
You got to read the book,
And I'm
but
going
some simple things
Yeah.
that you should do.
I'm going to get my
Get
flashlights.
yourself a lantern.
Yes, I'm going to get the lantern.
Fill your car with gas.
Yes, get the gas.
Okay.
Yes.
Charge your cell phone.
Yes.
I'm giving you simple things you can do.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
pick up some protein bars or something that's
I
going
got
to
some
stay.
protein bars, okay.
And freeze some water.
All right.
That's
And I gotta take care of my.
five simple
I got
things.
to-
I'm
Almond
not giving
butter,
you a long
almond
list.
butter and crackers. Almond
I'm not
butter.
giving you a long
I got
list
some of
now.
that stuff too. I got some of that stuff.
You know, but I mean, it's not a long list.
No.
And, you know, and then,
Well, see, I also have. I'm still a caregiver.
Right.
So I have to go over to my stepfather and take care
and
of that
do the
too.
same
Yeah,
things
do the
for
same
him.
thing.
But those 5 simple things.
Okay. And everybody, you all figure it out too. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Shannon Gates is the #1 fence provider on Long Island, with the most inventory in stock, including vinyl, chain link, and aluminum. Gates offers a custom powder-coated system that prevents rust throughout the life of the fence. We carry fence tools to the trade. We even stock wood, rail, and glass hardware as well. Shannon Gates has our very own patented locking system. The next time you need fencing of any sort, both commercial and private, give Shannon Gates a call at 631-392-4330. You can also visit our website at shannongatesinc.com.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable.
Hi, welcome back to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. And wow, the time has flown.
It sure has.
Flown, yes. And we had such a great time. My goodness. And it's almost over. So you're going to be back,
Oh, I'm looking forward to
you know, because we got to talk about the caregiving and
Oh, yeah, we
all
got-
this other stuff. There's so much, you know, into this
Right.
dimension of preparedness.
Right.
And it's so important to just share and that's who we are. We have to. We're caregivers. We're supposed to give, and we can't help it. We have to also learn how to take too. But right now we're giving.
We need
so,
to take care of ourselves.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So
Definitely.
it's not about taking, it's about, taking care of ourselves.
Allowing other people to give
Yeah.
you too, because a lot of times we're hard. It's hard for us to accept. You know, so we have to learn how to do that too.
And that's great
But-
that you do it, because I haven't never met anyone who did like disaster coaching, and that's like a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And so you're going to share your book, where
Right.
we can get you, where we
Right.
can get in contact with you, what's your company's name and your
Okay.
websites and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
check.
Okay, so I'm Linda Fostek, and I'm the crisis planner. And you can actually get my 2 books, either Shit Happens or And Now What. They're both on Amazon.
Okay.
And they're also both available on my website, which is thecrisisplanner.com. You can contact me via email at Linda Fostek, that's LindaFostek, at thecrisisplanner.com. And I really look forward to serving anybody that is looking for assistance in putting their plans together, has questions about planning. What's really unique about what I do is that I am not a financial planner, an insurance agent, a lawyer, a banker, a funeral planner. I'm not any of those experts. I am your configuration control for planning. I'm the one that's going to help you pull all your things together, figure out what you're missing, guide you to experts that will be able to assist you in everything from decluttering to relocating to legal assistance to everything, and bring it all back together so that you can put it together in your in case of emergency file, that you can have everything put together in a nice simple package that you can access whenever you need it.
Well, I'll tell you, I will be using your services for sure. Because I need help.
Yes.
And
And
it's a blessing.
and I have the books. I also do speaking engagements. So, if you have an organization that is looking for a speaker, I do
That's great.
speaking. And then I do individual consulting as well. And the new version of the Home Operations Manual should be out in the next couple of months. So look for that on my website.
Yes, I'm
So-
so looking forward to it. And thank you for being there. I'm so happy that I met you. And the young lady she does these networking events, she puts so many fantastic people there. And it's all about just enjoying life and meeting people and networking and helping people become just better at each other. So thank you again for celebrating.
you.
This is my 2-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you so
Anniversary.
much. And we're going to be back next week, and we're going to have some wonderful stuff again. And thank you again, Linda.
Well,
Thank you,
thank
Linda.
you.
And,
It's my pleasure to be here.
And
really.
we're going to do it again real soon. And thank you all for being my friends. Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. See you next week. Take care. Bye.